Oh, hi! I didn't see you there. I was too busy doing nothing really. You see, I got stranded here in this island and I have nothing else with me but this notebook with a lot of bad movies. But I've got no time to explain. Just hop in. I'll explain on the way. The movie we are reviewing today is a cult classic of the bad movies, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. You know, when I was a kid, me and my brother, we had emails. Does anyone remember about this? No? Okay. So we used this thing to download Mortal Kombat Annihilation and we actually downloaded a porno version of the movie and we panicked to delete it. It was so freaking funny. But then we eventually got to download the real movie and it's the movie I'm rewatching now. I had to watch this movie like 5 times to do this review. But yeah, Emu, LimeWire, you know, I miss it. But anyway, in the first 5 minutes of the movie, they are recapping what happened on the first movie, and of course, no one cares about this because no one watched the first movies, not even the actors that are doing this. No one knows, not even the director. Okay, he forgot about that. And we have the second one. For some shitty reason, in this second movie, the tournament from the first movie just ended. They just defeated Shang Tsung and then comes Shao Kahn wanting to conquer the earth for some shitty reason. And then we got presented to all these B-movie, B-list, second-hand actors there, and the good guys appear, the bad guys appear. Sindel appears, and that's what she has to say.
Too bad you will die.
Too bad I will watch this movie. And you are gonna see me reviewing it. And Spider-Man too. Then Johnny Cage just gets offed by Shao Kahn, or should I say killed? I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. This is a family-friendly channel, by the way. I guess it's too bad he died, because he was one of the coolest characters actually. Such a shame. Then the goody good guys run away from Shao Kahn. They hide in this cavern. It's like Liu Kang, Sonya, Raiden, Kitana, and then they present this weird gimmick of transport that is like a sphere inside the earth propelled by the inner winds. Or something like that, though no one cares actually because it never gets presented again in the movie. But what the fuck, it's just a little gimmick. Then Raiden rolls away with Sonya, and then we have Liu Kang and Kitana. They're like the romance part of the movie. They want to be together or whatever, and this sphere rolling thing is just like an excuse for them to get close, and they always almost kiss. But whatever, they roll to another cavern, they say some cheesy one-liners, they're about to kiss, and then comes the cock-blocking robot, number 1, no name, smoke, no one cares, stop smoking. And then they just start fighting. In the meantime, we get presented to Shao Kahn, resting in his palace like an evil guy. And I gotta say, my disappointment when I discovered that Shao Kahn is actually bald. I mean, it is what it is. He kind of looks like Johnny Sins, by the way, but whatever. Then Shao Kahn explains to his father that he couldn't kill Raiden. His father is disappointed. The elder gods will be mad, blah blah. Anyway, back to Liu Kang, because they're having the fight of their lives, and out of nowhere comes Sub-Zero. No, not the Sub-Zero. And then the Ice Ninja tells them he's gonna help them, and then he says,
"Let's hope you succeed."
who is Seed and why do they want to suck him? We do humor in this channel. And then Scorpion appears out of nowhere. We have the classic Sub-Zero against Scorpion. and it's actually really cool. Like, I think most of the actors knew how to fight because the fight scenes, they're actually really good, but they don't know how to act. But it's funny. It's actually entertaining. But then we have one of the best one-liners in the movie, one of the best loose ends, because they are fighting, they're there, and then Scorpion simply kidnaps Kitana. I'm not even gonna say it, I'm gonna show it. He just called them suckers and disappears in thin air, and he never appears again in the movie. It's brilliant. I love this movie. What? But okay, on the other side of the planet, Sonya goes to save Jax, and he just got this new metal arms. She tries to say him, look, you don't need those arms, you're strong in yourself. And it's really cool. This is something that gets presented later in the movie, and it's one of the few things that actually make sense, one of the few characters that are actually well constructed. And I like this Jax guy a lot in the movie. He's my favorite character, actually. He has great one-liners, he seems fun without pushing it, and has great character. It's the only character with character. Like, genuinely had me laughing. But then they discovered they're being followed by some other robots, number 2, Cyrex. We actually have a cool scene with some CGI better than Marvel, I think. And it's genuinely cool and funny. But then they defeat these robots, he decides to just explode himself, and then they have to run, and then Jax is like, ooh, I wish I had metal legs instead of metal arms. Made me laugh, okay? Made me laugh, judge me. I think all of the money of this movie went to writing Jax's character, because it's so funny. All the other characters are like such shallow guys. They want to do good because they're good. They have no motivation. Whatever. One of the next scenes, actually, it's something that used to make me so mad when I was a kid. Like, you have the villain. He has great goons to help him fight, and then to impose power, to show that he's so evil. I don't know, what is this thing? He just kills one of his own soldiers to be like, yo, I'm the bad guy. And he kills Nameless Ninja number 5, Rain, I think. We never get a chance to see many characters in the movie. They just get tossed out. It would be much better to do the movie with just some characters. Forget the other characters and just focus on, you know, personality to Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Liu Kang, but whatever. We don't get none of this in the movie. It's all so cramped up. Yeah. So, but I guess that's what bald guys do. That's what evil bald guys do. It's Shao Kahn. And then on the next scene, we learn that Liu Kang is searching for some power in an endless desert because Raiden told him to do so. He's searching for the Wolf of the Night, Pita, Therion, furry wolf friends, and then he actually finds Nightwolf, and Nightwolf says, I'm gonna help you. And then he gives some ayahuasca to Liu Kang. He gets knocked out. He starts to have these crazy wet dreams about Jade, the nameless ninja number 5. Number 6, 7, 17. They don't even say the names of the ninjas on this movie. I just know because I used to play so much as a kid. It's amazing. If you get into it not knowing, like, whatever, I guess no one cares. But then he almost get persuaded by Jade's beauty. She's trying to flirt with him, but he says, no, I got someone. And then Jade shows that she's just this crazy girl. Moment. They start to fight, and in the end, she just say, it's a joke, bro. It was just a test to see if you're strong, and whatever. Somehow Liu Kang finds his inner Therion dragon thing, dragon eyes. Next scene is Sonya and Jax wandering in another desert in another part of the planet, and this movie is so special, it's so good. It's like an analogy to Jesus walking in the desert and getting tempted. Only here they're tempted to get out of this shitty movie and do something valuable with his life, because I have never seen any of these actors before or after this movie. But regardless, they get attacked by Milena in the desert, and then Milena and Sonya starts to fight. Jack is only looking because he's a funny guy. They get in the mud, and it's like girls fighting in the mud, sexy scene, woo! Girls fighting in the mud. Yeah, that's what we like. Okay. Then we learn that Kitanda is being held captive in Shao Kahn's lair, cage. No one cares. And then we actually have Raiden trying to do something good in the movie. And he goes to talk to the elder gods, which are the gods, the sentient beings, gods, creatures of this universe. And he goes to ask, why is this happening? Why can Shao Kahn do all this with the earth and they're not doing anything since they're so powerful? But it's such a clever analogy, because they don't do anything. They say, oh, you gotta fight for earth if you want, we cannot interfere. And Raiden just gets stripped out of his immortality. He gets a new haircut, shady, slim Raiden. And it's such a clever analogy. It's like real life. You know, it's like managers. You go to your manager, you say, yo, we have this problem, and that you are paid to solve. And they're like, no, I'm actually just gonna give you some extra work. You can go and fuck yourself and do it. And that's actually what happens with Raiden. It's poor man. I guess the MK gods just want to see people fighting. It's just like Dragon Ball. They want to see the chaos. Let's go. But then they're like running away, and then Shao Kahn actually finds them somehow. That it doesn't get said in the movie, but we're just gonna accept this. They find them. They don't have a GPS or something. And they arrive like in a battalion of horses, which is really interesting, because you think Shao Kahn, Genghis Khan, really smart. And before Johnny Sins pulverizes Slim Shady and all of the goody good guys, he finds a way to get a portal to somewhere else to stop the worlds merging. It's really nice. We get the scene of Wu-Tang fighting Barack Obama, where Raiden, Jax, Sonya, and Jade fight Sindel and Reptile. They actually win against Sonya super easy. Kitanda is actually the key to close the portal between the two worlds. Whatever. Then they try to make Sindel turn into a good person, but then she actually shows that she's not good from the start. She doesn't care. Then Jade is actually a spy too. It's double crossover. They're trading everyone, and before they get beaten, Sindel and Jade actually go back to Shao Kahn. And Shao Kahn goes there and does the most sensible thing about villain would do ever. He kills Jade. Yeah, he has now killed more bad guys than the good guys. He's like... Shao Kahn is actually the self-sabotage of supervillains. Then we actually learn also that Raiden is the brother of Shao Kahn. His father is an elder god, so this is just a big Dr. Phil DNA family-filled fight episode. Just a really bad one. Okay, and this is actually very interesting. They decide to have a final standoff between everyone. Good guys on one side, bad guys on one side, and they're just gonna... Like, you know, like when you're a kid and you have lots of toys, but then you're playing with them all and you don't know how to get that universe working, and then some toys get thrown away, and then you don't know what to do when you just basically kill them all. That's kind of what happens. The good guys win the bad guys. And we got this cool scene of Jax. He actually takes off his metal arms to fight Motaro. And it's very interesting because it's like character development, whatever. He learns that he was strong all along and he doesn't need these things. He takes them off. It's actually pretty cool. And then we have Wu-Tang Clan against Johnny Sins. Yeah, that's it. Generic bad guys get defeated by the generic counterpart. Raiden ends up getting killed. Liu Kang finds his inner Tyrion again and transforms into the big ball dragon. Shao Kahn does the same, and when Shao Kahn's father sees that his son is losing, he actually decides to finally do something. These bad guys never do anything. They let the good guys live. They kill their own guys. That's it. Good guys wins, always. Yeah, he decides to interfere, but then his interference gets interfered by the elder dogs. Getting gloriously from the sky like Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and they hold him and they say, "Nah." King Kong ends up winning, and then the elder dogs transform Khan's father in a Lovecraftian nightmare of human blocks more cruel than All Tomorrow's Story or the AI.
Turn on the radio! Would you like am or film?
I'm actually not joking. The universe gets restored faster than you can make a cup noodles, and they actually get the Twin Towers back. Everything is good and the good guys won. I actually love to see an easy to digest movie with not much else doing to it. Yeah, I lied. I actually kinda like bad movies. I almost cried when Raiden said,